Examples of good piece coordination. Have you ever wondered how top chess players make their pieces work together seamlessly? Good piece coordination is all about having your pieces support each other and control important areas of the board. Let's break down some key examples of effective piece coordination that can elevate your game. First, centralization of pieces is vital. When you place your pieces near the center of the board, they can control more squares. For instance, knights on d4 and e5 can influence many key areas and support other pieces. Bishops positioned on long diagonals can also apply pressure across the board. Centralized pieces can quickly move to different parts of the board as needed. Next, consider the control of key squares and open lines. Placing rooks on open files and bishops or queens on open diagonals maximizes their range. For example, if you have rooks on the d file and e file, along with a bishop on a long diagonal, you create a strong battery that controls critical squares. This setup restricts your opponent's movement and enhances your position. Mutual support among pieces is another important aspect. Good coordination means that pieces protect each other and avoid redundancy. For example, a knight and a bishop can cover squares that complement each other's control. A queen supporting a rook's attack on a weak point is another great example of mutual support. This makes it harder for your opponent to capture or neutralize your pieces. Coordinated attacks on weaknesses can also be very effective. When multiple pieces target a specific weak pawn or square in your opponent's camp, their combined pressure can force concessions. For instance, if you have knights and bishops attacking a backward pawn, supported by a queen and rook, this shows a coordinated effort that can lead to material gain. Another key principle is piece placement for maximum mobility and activity. Pieces should be positioned where they have many options to move and influence the game. A knight on c3 and f3 early in the game controls important squares and prepares for further coordination with other pieces. Similarly, a queen that can move diagonally and in straight lines can coordinate effectively with rooks and bishops. Supporting pawn structure is also essential for good piece coordination. Pawns that support piece placement help control squares and provide safe outposts for pieces. For example, pawns on d4 and e4 can support knights and bishops, enhancing their coordination. Imagine a scenario where a player has knights controlling central squares like d4 and e5, bishops on long diagonals, rooks on open files, and a queen ready to support an attack on the opponent's weak pawns. This setup allows all pieces to work together, exerting pressure, defending each other, and controlling vital parts of the board. In summary, good piece coordination involves placing your pieces so they control key squares, support one another, maximize their activity, and work together towards strategic goals. By focusing on these principles, you can improve your chess game and outmaneuver your opponent.